My son forgot his assignment at home and it was due that day. So he called me from school and asked me to bring it in. But I said no. He needed the assignment, but what he needed more was to hear the no. Frankly, that was not an easy phone call to end because the moment I said no, I could hear it in his voice. First, the shock, then the panic, and right on cue, my guilt arrived. What kind of a mother doesn't help her child? He's going to lose marks. His teacher is going to think he's irresponsible. I should just take it. It would hardly take me 20 minutes. And honestly, it would have been so easy. We spend so much energy in trying to build a world where our children don't have to struggle, where every problem has a parent behind it, ready to step in, where the gap between the mistake and its consequence is filled by us before they even have to feel it. Because watching your child struggle is really hard. It doesn't feel like good parenting. It feels like we are failing them. But the forgotten assignment, that was a small problem. The lesson behind it wasn't. I kept thinking, if I take that assignment to school today, what does he learn? That forgetting has no real consequence. That mom will fix it, and that it is somehow my problem to solve. But if I don't, he learns something for himself that I can't teach him. He made a mistake. It had a consequence, but he could handle it and he got through it. That's where resilience begins. Not in a life without problems, but in experiencing a problem, feeling the discomfort, and discovering, okay, I have a problem. What do I do now? We talk a lot about raising confident children, but confidence, it doesn't come from us making all the difficult moments disappear. Sometimes it comes from knowing that I can handle this difficult moment myself. And every time that we rush in to fix a problem that they could have handled by themselves, we may be sending a message without really meaning to. You need me to solve this. And every time that we step back and let them work through it, we send a different message. I believe you can figure this out. That ability to be able to take responsibility for your choices and for what comes after, that's agency. And that's something we can't hand to our children. They have to experience it. That day, my son had his first real experience of it. His teacher wasn't happy that he had forgotten the assignment. He lost 5 marks. And because of those 5 marks, he lost his first rank in that class. He was disappointed. He knew that he could have prevented it. And that feeling stayed with him. Because from that day on, he took real responsibility of his schoolwork. He began checking his bag regularly. In fact, he started checking it the night before. I didn't even have to remind him. He had learned something far more useful than how to remember one assignment. He had learned, my work is my responsibility. Raising a mentally strong child isn't easy. It requires us to be mentally strong first. Strong enough to hear the panic in their voice and not immediately rush to fix it. Strong enough to watch them experience a consequence and trust that this discomfort won't break them. Because sometimes the most loving thing we can say to them is no. And if nothing else, I'm fairly certain that he hasn't forgotten his assignment since or made me run to school for it.